Hope everybody's having a good day. This was footage taken January the 25th of 2023. And I'm going to just read this to you, that basically nothing is impossible with God. And as that video progresses on, you'll see that funnel cloud come down. And it was on a cold day, and this is what I remembered about it. There was a cold, freezing day. 1 inch of snow fell on the ground that morning here in Oklahoma. It was cold all day long, and I filmed something that just doesn't happen, which is to watch and film a tornado at near 32 degrees outside. It's unreal. And it was hand-numbing cold working the camera that day. So this was a warning too. And I dreamed back some years ago from 2012 to 2015. 7 times I dreamed that I saw a flat black cloud with a sunset orange sky back behind it. And I watched a tornado start lowering, looking like it was wrapping up. Then it come down, and I watched it touch down briefly. So then I had an 8th dream on December 15th, 2021. And in that dream I saw an F5 tornado in my hometown of Cartersville, Georgia, where I was raised. And then it said in my dream it's not normal to be having tornadoes when it's cold. And I saw warnings of war and specifically banking crashes in that thing. And in this dream, a lot of warnings of it. So then the dream changes, and I look down at my iPhone and I see an alert on my phone. It said 7:26 p.m. on the display, and all capital letters. It said tornado emergency, and it was for my area in Oklahoma. And from the day my 7 dreams scene came to pass, and you're looking at the footage of that 7 dream thing when it came to pass, the flat cloud with a sunset there behind it. You're looking at it. So from the days my 7 dream scene came to pass on January 25th of 2023, the sunset tornado, I'm going to have to say that I scratched my head because it was freezing cold that day. And I had thought tornadoes never happen in cold weather. Never heard of it before, never seen a storm chaser talk about it. None of them talk about it. And so I scratched my head because it was freezing cold. And so on 10/26/2023, and I heard a still small voice say, after, being baffled by this thing and questioning my sanity, like, do tornadoes occur when it's cold? And I had tried to reason myself, no, they don't. Well, I was wrong, and I do repent before God that no, I don't know it all. And it's a lesson from God that anything is possible with God, even a tornado in freezing cold weather. And the still small voice reminded me, and it said, well, didn't I tell you in that December 15th, 2021 dream that it's not normal to be having tornadoes when it's cold. I then heard it was 3/15/1982 or March 15th, 1982 when the last tornado hit the town that there was filmed from back in 1982. And that was when the town had the last one just after 7 p.m. And then it said, this is a warning of war and judgment. And it said the tornado you saw to come down at sunset on January 25th, 2023, was a warning of major impending judgment that it told me. There was no tornado warning on this thing, and then I heard it say there was no tornado warning because I'm trying to say to the people, they won't see the judgment coming. It'll be a normal day and they won't see it coming. Like a tornado on a freezing cold day. And then it said the 3/15th day of the year. Well, that's 11/11. And I had some revelations about another event that was back about 100-mile-per-hour microburst that hit another place I lived in Georgia on August 17th, 2007. And just a long story short with that, it was pointing to Heshvan 17/57/84 on the Hebrew calendar. That's November 1st in 2023. And it's clear I heard in my spirit, that's why you saw the impossible tornado touch down in freezing weather. As you see, nothing is impossible with God. And it was specifically filmed from the exact county in Oklahoma. From the exact county that was under a tornado emergency on my phone at 7:26 p.m. in that dream, 12/15/2021. And that county and the town is Washington County in Oklahoma. Washington County is the town that Ramona, Oshaleta, Bartlesville, Copan, those are in Washington County, Oklahoma. The way that camera was faced was, that would have been in eastern Osage County. And that's the largest county in Oklahoma. That was next door to Washington. And in this dream, I also knew that K County was also under a tornado warning in Oklahoma. And K County is on the west side that borders Osage County. And I'm just going to say a few things here. Is that if you're not saved, need to put getting saved at the top of your priority list. Because we're out of time. And I wouldn't be surprised if November the 1st and just maybe the 11th might not be exactly real pretty days. And I'm going to leave it with you with this. Jesus told me in a dream that He is the long arm of the law. He said He is the only one that was ever good enough to keep the law. And if we break the least little bit of the law, the least little bit, we're guilty of the whole law. So it's best to let Jesus keep the law. And just remember, Jesus is the only one that successfully ever kept the law. And that's why He died on our behalf, because none of us are without sin, and I'm the worst sinner of all. I have failed and not been loving and Christ-like. I have failed in the flesh on that. And see, me failing just on that one issue, I've broken the whole law and guilty to be judged. So just ask Jesus into your heart and just get saved, and remember that He is the only one that's good enough to get into heaven. It's all Him. It's nothing about what Chad's done or anybody's done. It's about what He's done. So I'm just making this video to let you think about accepting Him, because we're about out of time and need to get saved, everybody. And they showed you that tornado there on a cold day. I mean, my hands were numb. I was having trouble working the camera that day. There was about a 10 to 20 mile per hour wind out of the north that day, and that tells you about how impossible that is, but it wasn't impossible with God. Accept Jesus Christ and get saved, everybody. And also, too, I just want to hit on it. You know, before we go here, I'm just going to say judgment starts, you know, at the household of faith. And see what all's happening over there in the Mideast, and just need to think about it. Judgment starts at the household of faith. And just remember, Israel is simply saying is real, and God is real. He's coming back, and that nation is named Israel, is really what that's pointing to. God is real. Much love, everybody. And this is October 29th, 2023. Wow, that thing was coming down right there.